Good morning. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for November 19th, 2016.
Today on the newscast, Deadpool 2 finds a director.
We talk a lot about Pokemon, Pokemon stars,
Yes.
quote unquote.
And Pokemon bands.
And in Marvel news, the Inhumans movie is now turned into a TV show. Hello. So,
Pokemons? What are we doing? Waiting for response.
Pokemon.
Why is it not... Oh, you're wait. I'm waiting for you. Oh.
Link trade? No, we don't need to trade right now, do we?
No, we don't need to battle or trade.
Okay, let the other party decide. Your turn. Your turn. Oh, does it not give you the chance to give it back to me?
Yeah, I can. Let the other person decide.
Yay!
Ha Oh, I guess we should actually talk.
Pokemon.
Pokemon, everybody.
But Pokemon, it's out. It's out. It's out. Go play it while
It
you're
is.
listening. Go download it. Go
I'm
play
quitting
it.
on you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna quit on you.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. See what I
Fine.
care. That quick link's nice, though.
Yeah, that's neat.
Either who. We'll talk about that more on
Yeah.
the post-credit show.
Yeah.
So
let's just get into it then, shall we?
let us get into it after I fix the there.
Yes.
Ready?
It was never broken.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, everybody. I guess, yeah, we'll start off with the news.
Yes. Yes, Deadpool news.
Deadpool. Look, you can see our TV today because it's just me and Tony. Hi, I'm Nick, by the way.
I'm Tony. We're still here.
We are still here,
We're still here.
even though we really want to be playing Pokemon right now.
I'm secretly playing it underneath the table.
Tony's just gonna
Deadpool.
sit. Tony's just gonna sit there. Deadpool.
Deadpool stuff, yeah.
What about Deadpool, Tony?
So, Deadpool, the movie, the sequel anyways, has been having a lot of troubles, and it's finally found its director after Tim Miller had left. It is the guy what does John Wick.
John Wick.
If you've never seen the movie, I know you haven't yet, but I believe it's on Netflix. You can probably check it out there. I can't pronounce his name, but it's David. I'm gonna say David Lynch, but it's not David Lynch. It's
David
Leitchy?
Leitchy?
No,
Like the nut?
I think there's an E at the end of that if you say Leitchy. Either way, it is the guy what does John Wick.
Yep.
The guy that does excellent. It's an excellent action film. Just turn your brain off and have a good time. And
It's not on our Netflix.
Oh, okay. So, non-Canada Netflix, not like real person Netflix. Either way, it's been out for a long time, so you can probably just find it somewhere.
I can probably find it.
But I'm really excited for that because I really enjoy John Wick. So,
Well, and I've heard really good things about John Wick.
it's so good. Like the story is, as you heard, it's they kill his dog.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he snaps.
Yeah.
He snaps. Kind of.
I feel like that's a good combo for Deadpool.
That's a good fit. That's a good fit.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's all on track. I think they're on track for production in January.
Everything stayed on.
Yeah. I think they're doing pre-production in January. I think something like that. So,
Speaking of filming,
wow.
apparently, this is extra news because I just remember reading this morning. The guy who kind of scours Atlanta looking for filming. Apparently, Infinity War has begun.
Oh yeah, I knew about that.
So,
I feel like they're just doing location scouts right now.
oh no! Apparently, there's actual filming with cast members and other assorted stuff. So I feel it's very like minor characters doing filming stuff, but
honestly, that feels like it's more screen testy.
Yeah, it could be
like screen tests, location scouting, that kind of stuff. That's more so because the Russo brothers, they tweeted out a picture and then they quickly deleted it, and then people started inferring like what does that mean? Why do they delete it? Like of one of these all the pictures, they don't usually delete their pictures off their social media. So everyone's like, oh, it's Dr. Doombag. It's like, oh, what? There's like a picture of a castle. Why would they go to a castle? They've already been to one. I'm like, guys, it's like 2019, guys. Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Like,
well, and I also love after. This has just spiraled into other Marvel news, but I love how James Gunn talked about trading Negasonic Teenage Warhead to Fox.
Yes.
In order to get the person he wants for Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, you guys can get Doctor Doom.
Get anything back. Get the mutants back.
Like, what else can you trade, Marvel? And it's like, guys, whoa.
I think Marvel would like to have all of it rather than
like,
the trade.
Well, and trading is like trading Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Essentially, Fox already had it. What Fox wanted to do was change the character, and in order to change the character, they needed permission.
Marvel's thing.
They needed Marvel's permission to change the character around. So
yeah, because her ability, isn't it like telekinesis or something? Like
it's something, more akin to telekinesis than
not explosive.
Yeah, not that.
Whatever she turned into. So,
but either way, so Deadpool, and then back to Deadpool, just like that. Look at that, Deadpool 2. So I think this is a good move. When directors leave, I'm a little less inclined to like,
especially if it's a sequel,
freak out. Yes,
because it's a lot of the groundwork's already been in place.
Correct.
And so, all the director needs to do is take that and kind of apply his own spin to it. It's rather than just building something up from the bottom. Up.
And that's why like Edgar Wright leaving Ant-Man was a bigger deal. Because
that was also that movie got delayed until the nth times too.
And I feel like Edgar Wright he's a Quentin Tarantino. He's one of those visionary directors. Whereas
he has a specific mindset, a specific like way.
Right.
He wants
whereas
his movie.
Like Miller leaving, I'm like, all right.
Because what does Tim Miller do other than
cinematics, video game cinematics?
Yeah, right.
That was what he came from. So that's why he was really good for Deadpool. But.
And on top of that, he wanted way more money for the sequel, which they didn't want.
Well, then they're putting money into the sequel,
which is fine. But he wanted like
it's because he wanted like a ton of visual effects and all this other stuff. But coming from that cinematic background or that video game cinematic background, that's what he wants is all the visual effects. Where I feel good about Ryan Reynolds being
still
in control as much as he is.
Right.
Because I feel like he's making the good decisions.
He's a producer on it, I'm presuming, at this point, right? So
yeah, I think he was for the first one, too. Because there was an interview where they're like, what happened? And he's like, I'm in charge, and I'm not letting this movie go down.
Mm-hmm. Like, if it goes down, he goes down, basically.
He's like, we worked so hard on that first one. He's like, I'm not letting one person's ideas essentially screw things up. He's like, this is my baby, and I'm going to protect it with everything I have. And you're like, all right, cool.
Yep.
Cool, dude. Hold tight.
Okay, so let's move on.
Yes.
Do you want to get into that, or do you want to get to the bottom one there first?
Let's move to the bottom, I guess.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a theme going on here.
So, the Inhumans was supposed to be a movie.
The movie that has moved off of the movie slate.
Yes, it is. It just kind of shifted into nothingness, and
lots of things pushed it out of the way.
But it was never canceled.
No,
it was just they shifted it into
somewhere. They put it on their back burner.
Yeah, they're like, okay, it's now in phase 6. Don't worry about it, guys. And now all of a sudden we're getting news that it is coming to TV, but also IMAX.
Okay, so how that works is that the first, I think, 2 episodes, you can watch them in IMAX theaters. They're filmed for IMAX.
Yeah.
But they will also be on TV. I think it's like a 4 or 8 part mini-series.
And that's my thing.
Something about that. And you know what? It always makes sense to me that Inhumans should be on TV.
Yep. Because
the movies could care less about Inhumans. They have never even uttered the word Inhuman, short of saying the word Kree.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for the TV shows to pick them up because they've built that
universe. Have built that base already.
And so to introduce it into the movies, like even 2019 would have been too early.
Yeah.
Because they need to have established that stuff in the movies, like even in Civil War, if they talked about like the secret,
But I feel like
humans.
If they do the IMAX thing, so if it's the first 2 episodes that are in IMAX, that's your movie. Mm-hmm. That segues into the TV show. Mm-hmm. So it could still be, this could be that whole connecting piece to...
It could be something really interesting. Because we've never seen TV shows into movies
and the whole mini-series part makes me feel happy because it seems like they're learning from Netflix where it's like, let's do shorter bursts.
And they don't have to commit so much resources onto
it.
And it gives the fans still what they want.
You get Inhumans and we can be done.
Yeah.
If we can come up with more stories, we can do it. And I've always liked British TV for that reason. A show can go off the air for 3 years and they're like, oh, we got a good idea for another 8 episodes. Let's do it.
Yeah. And this will be on ABC. I think they're targeting, I don't want to say in 2017. That seems too early.
I don't know.
But I feel like late 2017 or 2018 is what they're thinking about. Which is fine, I think. based
we
off.
can change the picture. I forgot to change the picture, Tony. And
That's
now my
okay.
pictures are screwed up.
Well, that's fine.
Oh God.
I'm still.
Oh, there he is.
What's up? Oh, I can't be groping him anymore.
No.
So, I think that's a good move.
I think it's an excellent move.
It's a very smart move.
I think the miniseries also allows you to get better names to your characters too.
Because it's better. It's one step up from a TV show,
right?
So not quite a movie.
Your budget's a little bigger, so your effects can be in there.
And it's ABC. They've been making $1 million with between all the shows that they've been doing. Once Upon a Time, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter when that was on, did very well.
See, and I feel like Agent Carter would have been a better miniseries.
Oh yeah, hands down.
As opposed to trying to spread it out over an entire.
Well, because she's I'm not gonna.
She's a one shot. I'm not gonna
sugarcoat it. She's really thin.
She is
in terms of story. Like, there's not much going on in her character.
Well, and the unfortunate part is they didn't show her setting up Shield.
It was just,
which would have been the interesting part of that show.
Well, that was the first season. Is like, okay, so this is gonna be season 2 is their follow up, and then they kind of backpedaled with the character. And then, I don't know. Have you seen 2? Okay, yeah, no, 2 is not good.
No. And I can understand when shows do that on TV. I don't care how much people are like, "Oh, I love the character," and I'm like, when the show goes that far south, it can get canceled, and I'm not sad.
And I felt really, it was hard for me to watch that show go downhill, honestly, because there was so much they could have done.
Yeah.
But they started messing around with her character origins. Like, she's a strong woman. She can do all this stuff by herself. She doesn't need a guy. She doesn't need anyone.
Yeah.
She's like Elsa almost.
Yes,
in a sense.
Like, honestly, the second season should have been her and Howard Stark setting up S.H.I.E.L.D.
And doing a weekly like, oh, this is the enhanced person that we're trying to find this week.
Sure.
Why not? Like, rather than this weird, like, arc of, I don't even remember. It was so forgettable.
It was dumb.
It was so forgettable.
It was dumb, but that's what I mean. Like, I feel like they're learning from Netflix. They're going, hey, if we do 8 episodes on the Inhumans, we can get a really groundbreaking first 2 hours that's good enough for IMAX.
Inhumans on the Netflix.
And then, sure.
Yeah, that's something to think about.
But with the IMAX, if you can match them into the movies, then all of a sudden you can throw Black Bolt into the movies without it being a huge thing. But you can also have the minor Inhumans on screen.
And it really depends on what the movies are going to be shaping up now. Because what's the next one? Guardians Volume 2?
Guardians 2.
Guardians Volume 2. That's a long ways away, though, isn't it? No, wait. No, there's got to be something in March. I know that there's something in March. I want to say it's Thor. Fact checking. We're going to fact check. If you're listening to the audio podcast, you can fact check with us.
Speaking of the audio podcast, if you listen to us on iTunes, the schedule for their releases, apparently they're slowing down come December. So you're going to get our show about 3 or 4 days late. Development up. Doctor Strange, Guardians is in May. Spider-Man's in July.
Yeah.
Then Thor in November, so we get 3 next year.
Yeah, they've been sticking to 3 per year. And so I'm not sure how they're going to set up the Inhuman stuff, if they're going to target end of 2017.
I don't know.
And it could just be 2 episodes of the show, and that's
Marvel The Inhumans is slated for September 2017.
So
I don't know.
We'll see how that works out.
I'm excited for that, though. I think
8.
This is the best way to do
it is, because
the Inhumans.
Because they should have introduced them by now into the movies if they wanted to stick with an actual solo Inhumans film.
Oh yeah, if they wanted to do
Cap and Iron Man would have been fighting them already.
Yeah,
they would have been talking about them already. So
and this freeform Cloak and Dagger show has been pushed back to 2018.
I think there's just not enough interest for it at the moment. There's just so much
What's
stuff.
What's freeform TV?
Are you clicking?
It's a TV channel.
I've never heard of Freeform.
That's the problem,
It's owned by ABC, isn't it?
I don't know. Yes, it is. Owned by ABC Family Worldwide.
I feel like it's their digital platform, like Hulu. It sounds like that, but I'm pretty sure there's more to it than... It's on TV. It's direct TV.
It is on TV, yeah.
Yes. So you can.
It's on the Dish Network.
I don't get TV, so I can't follow up with
We
that.
don't get Freeform. That's right.
Why segregate that?
I don't know why Cloak and Dagger ended up on a weird network.
You know what? I just don't think the world is ready for that yet. That's why it got pushed back.
Maybe
there's not enough interest for it. I had to research what this was.
I love Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah,
but they're a smaller kind of thing. But that's where you throw them into an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sure. Yeah,
or you do
backdoor pilot.
Or yeah, you do like 2 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where they're chasing these 2 mysterious figures that end up like they're chasing something else and like. But that's how you introduce Cloak and Dagger, just like they did with Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Like there's so much you can do with Ghost Rider now that they're in that show.
Oh, remember the 2 characters that spun off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. what was supposed to get their own show?
Yes, Marvel's Most Wanted.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
I would have loved that. Loved it.
Well, because that show is what I thought Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was going to be in the... Like, when Joss Whedon essentially said he was coming out with a show for Marvel, I'm like, cool, bad guy of the week.
Which it kind of still is.
I'm like, it kind of is, but I'm
right
like...
now they're doing a Ghost Rider thing. But...
Yeah, but I'm like, man, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters, this is perfect. And then Civil War happened, not Civil War, Winter Soldier happened, and it was like, oh...
Winter Soldier happened.
We can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we have to deal with the fallout from this movie instead of just chasing down superpowered people every week. With a bigger arc on top of it. So we get Punisher next year, too. And the Defenders.
Well, I knew about the Defenders, and both those are already shooting.
Yep.
So.
Well, and that's everybody's like, if they're shooting the Defenders right now, and Infinity War, Part 1, huh?
No,
and I'm like,
no. That's
don't get your hopes up.
That's
folks.
asking for way too much.
Do not get your hopes
up.
up.
That is not... The Defenders is not like that. They don't do Thanos. They don't do the mystical stuff.
No, but like everybody does say, it would be nice if you could have the Defenders even on the screen for Infinity Wars fighting off lower level stuff. Like if people are rioting during this big thing or whatever and have the Defenders show up just to like stop street crime.
Well, I have to see what the Hand is up to too as well.
And that's
like it depends on because what's the next Netflix show? Is it the Defenders?
No,
it's Iron Fist still.
Iron Fist.
It's still Iron Fist. So depends on what happens in Iron Fist will determine.
Well, and the timing for those shows is very different too, because they always talk about the incident, and you're never sure which incident they're bloody well talking about. Is it New York? Is it Sokovia?
It's New York,
and that's what I'm assuming.
It's got to be New York.
All those Netflix shows are pushed so far back in time, essentially.
But people are still talking. Look, I think that they're definitely still talking and hung up about the attack on New York. That's totally still it, because that's still huge if you really think in the
it was
in the grand. If you think about it, even in real life, people talked about 9/11 for how many? They're still kind of talking about it, right? So it's not uncommon for them to think about the incident where aliens came out of the sky. That's totally it. That's totally reasonable.
And I get that, but that's where I'd like to kind of know where the Netflix series squeezes into the timeline.
Because there was the big debate of like, where does Doctor Strange take place? The time was all over the place.
And I loved Kevin's response to that, whereas time is a fickle thing, kind of like because he's like we've entered the mystical realm, guys. Yeah, like whatever, stop. Stop trying. Don't worry about it.
He's got the time gem.
Yeah.
No, it's not the time gem. It is time gem.
It's the time gem because that's how he reversed.
Yeah. Should have been the reality gem, but that was already used up somewhere.
Yeah, I sent Brian a picture of where all the gems are currently located because we got out of that movie and it's like, okay, that was the time gem. Where are all the other ones? Like you're trying to...
You think the reality gem would have been in Doctor Strange, being that he twists reality so...
But he really didn't twist reality a lot. The other people did.
If he had that option, the time stone or the reality stone would have been the perfect fit.
I'm waiting to see what happens when Thanos does show up.
Yeah, because
steals the Eye of Agamotto, essentially, which is the source of Doctor Strange, like a lot of Doctor Strange's juice.
Yep.
Vision's gem.
Yep.
Like there's the gems are in so many like.
He's got to break into the Nova Corps, which is by now probably all built back up.
That's what I mean. Like there's those gems, but like the Vision gem, and they've built the gems into all these other characters now, where it's like, oh, this is where they get the source of their power. Well, when he shows up and takes the gems,
and that's my hopes is that Ultron comes back because of that. Because if he takes the stone out of Vision
should no longer have a soul, essentially, right?
And then Ultron's programming will
take over,
and then that's a good way to reintroduce that character.
Yeah, good.
That's my hopes and dreams is because Ultron didn't get enough screen time. Ultron did not get enough screen time.
That was the last movie where I know. What's his name was
Joss?
Not Joss, but the one of the over guys, not Kevin, but the other one.
Perm and whatever dick balls
was still in charge.
Perma dick balls,
and he's the one who made that movie not what Joss Whedon even wanted. And I feel like if we would have gotten Joss's vision of that movie, we would have had a better flick.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because even the ads that came out, Ultron was creepier, he was darker. Even Joss Whedon talking about it, he's like, I want to get more down to earth with the characters, like have them talking more.
And I know a lot of people are thinking about this too, and I kind of echo the feeling too. Like a lot of what Ultron's speech is one-liners and all like quips, and it's like there's more to this character. I know there's more to him, but why is he like doing a one-liner and then punching Cap?
And I know Joss Whedon can write better than that.
But that's the thing. Like I know,
and I know James Spader was really excited for that character. Which you're not going to be really excited if all you're doing is...
quipping.
Yeah, quipping the entire time. Because, Ultron himself in that movie with James Spader, like, when he comes out right at the beginning, it's like, oh, man, this is going to be so good. And, I mean, the movie itself was good.
It was still very good.
But it wasn't like, oh...
It didn't break ground like the first Avengers film did.
No. Although Cap's costume apparently was... I like Cap's costume in the first Captain America. People complain about it all the time.
Which Captain? Like, First Avenger?
No, yeah, and not First Avenger in, like, the Avengers movie.
Oh, yeah, I like all his suits.
Because everybody's like, it's too campy, because it legitimately is
bright and colorful.
It's bright and colorful, and everybody's like, well, if Coulson was the one who designed it, essentially,
you
know what you're getting.
Have you seen the rest of the team? One of them is a bright red armor. Yeah. The other's a giant green rage.
They just don't like the helmet and everything, and I get the new Cap with all of the,
That's fine.
He looks more modern. I get that.
I don't.
But I did like the bright Cap, and people complain about that costume.
I liked all of their. I like all his costumes.
I
don't. If there's my least favorite Cap costume, I think it would be the stealth one, because that's the least like
flashy. And it can't be flashy.
Yeah, exactly. It's a stealth.
it's a stealth suit.
It's a stealth one. You gotta be in the shadows. So
it's still spectacular.
It's still good.
Costume.
Yes,
they've done so well with costume design.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
moving on to the elephant in the room,
which is going to be the bulk of our post-credit show too, I'm assuming. Although I do have one other game that I played.
I did too.
Oh, good.
That'll
come later. That'll come after. Either who.
Pokemon stuff. Pokemon is out. Pokemon Sun is out.
Yes,
Pokemon Moon is out.
Yes, they are.
Why are we here?
I don't know, honestly, because both of our 3 yeses are sitting on the table. They are not far away.
Okay, so let's get to this rumor stuff first.
Yes.
So Eurogamer dropped this information a couple days ago, I think. We've known for a while now that the Pokemon company is making a Nintendo Switch game. That's great. That's fine. But Eurogamer is reportedly saying that they are building a Pokemon Stars.
Okay.
A third. Usually the mainline games get
third game.
Get 2 games and then a third follow-up game.
Yep.
And so they're saying that Pokemon Stars will be that third follow-up game for the Nintendo Switch. And I'm mixed about it. In one hand, I feel like it's really good.
Yep.
It's a really good move.
But
on the second hand, I feel like it's like you're just burning your 3DS audience by making another game on another platform that eventually we are all going to buy anyways. But it's just the fact that why play it on the 3DS when I can obviously play it with a better experience on a Switch kind of thing, right?
Well, then will the experience be better? And that's my biggest thing. If it's coming to Switch, as good as this game looks, and I mean, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's one of the best looking handheld games I've seen by far. And I'm coming from Xenoblade Chronicles, which I never finished, by the way.
Well, I was even showing someone who hasn't played Pokemon in a while, and they're like, this is what the game looks like now? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh my god!
Like even X, Y, and Omega Ruby looked like this too.
Oh yeah,
but not even this.
This is polished compared to those. Like this looks so good.
They learned they learned from that generation.
But if this game is coming to Switch, this has to step up like immeasurably.
Right.
Like if I'm going to be playing this on the TV, these graphics don't cut it. Mm-hmm. Now you can go cell shaded with it and cut. Like it doesn't have to be like. But if you give me Wind Waker type graphics with this game, sold. If you give me this game that I can play on a TV,
I just have my biggest concern is that the fact that it's being so soon,
right after
and someone actually did the calculation of the dates of this rumor.
Yeah.
The Snorlax, the Munchlax Snorlax mini event that you can download on the mystery gift there, it ends the day before the Nintendo Switch reveal or extra reveal.
Oh, that yeah.
So it's like the timing is just too perfect right now. And Eurogamer, actually, to give you a little bit of context, Eurogamer was the original leak of the Switch.
They have been
way back.
They have been on point.
So
with all their
for them to
stuff.
call out Nintendo with this, it's kind of like, yeah, it's probably gonna happen. But my issue is that it's happening so soon after Sun and Moon.
Yes, and that is the biggest piece.
It's like, I'm probably still going to be playing Sun and Moon when I get a Switch, but do I buy a Switch and play Pokemon quote unquote Stars? Like,
now the question is, does it come out with Switch? Because they said within the first 6 months,
Pokemon.
Game Freaks was coming out with a game for the Switch.
Yeah.
Or the Pokemon Company was coming out with the game for the Switch. So maybe this is next Christmas we get this game. So I still think I think that's still too early.
It's still way too early because usually Pokemon games last about a year and a half to 2 before they think about doing a refresh.
And I can see Nintendo really pushing them for like, guys, we need the Switch to sell.
Because Zelda and Mario, it's gonna help the Switch in terms of sales.
But Pokemon will just
it's like the nail in the coffin.
Especially again, this game but prettier that I can play on my TV.
Or like other features, right?
And then added. They obviously have to add features.
Right?
Like it cannot just be this game.
Though we're selling it a little too short. There's a lot of game features.
Oh, there's a ton
of stuff in this game that make vast improvements over the last generations.
Oh yes.
So like that.
We'll talk about that on the post-credits show.
Pokemon Stars, quote unquote. I feel like it's too soon. And I mean, I know I want to get a Switch, and I know Toys R Us had a price drop.
Oh, yes.
Like, they dropped the price, and then it's true when they delete it.
Yeah.
So, that's not a bad price for it, and if they bundle it with the Pokemon game with the Switch, it's like, that's almost the perfect storm of,
oh, you're jumping in
yeah,
there.
like, I got to.
If they bundle it with Zelda, Mario Kart, or Pokemon, that thing is flying off the shelf.
Yeah.
But
and a lot of sources are saying they're doing the split SKU again.
Yeah.
Where they have like the base model, it's got the Switch controllers. That's you're going, and maybe like 8 gigabytes of internal memory. Whereas there's going to be a deluxe one with a bundled game, higher internal memory.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
You know what? As long as they do I can expand my memory by plugging in an external hard drive again.
And that's another thing that they're saying. There is an SD card slot in it.
SD card.
Whatever, they've got expandable storage. SD, micro SD, whatever.
And obviously, because it has to be portable, it has to be an SD card.
Yeah.
But as long as I can buy my own storage for it, because I mean, I love that with the Wii U. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive attached to that.
You can find micro SD cards for super cheap.
You can.
Like you can get a.
Well, that's what's in here.
Yeah.
Because I went and bought one.
I think I bought a 128 gigabyte for like $60, something like that. Like you can get it for, and that was like off sale.
Right, and I see people with my 3DS, and they're like, "Well, what game do you have in there?" And I'm like, "All of them." And they're like, "What do you mean all of them?" And you hit the button, and you're like, "Well, this game, this game, this game, this game," and I'll go to my Zelda folder and be like, "This game, this game, this game, this game, this game," and then I go to my like Super Nintendo folder, this game, this game, this game. And they're like, "How do you have all those?" And it's like, on the eShop, you hit a button and
you can download it.
And they're like, "Oh, well, are they cheaper on the eShop?" No, but it's way more convenient.
Think of it as like a phone.
Right, you're downloading an app.
You've got all your stuff in one place.
Right.
And the reason why I got the physical copy, because I got it for like $30,
correct,
or $30 or $40.
I understand physical copies when you can get them for cheaper.
Yeah, because Amazon sent me a thing that was like, this game came out at $60. You bought it for $40. You saved $20. I'm like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. Like, or else I would have been like you. I would have downloaded it too.
Yeah.
Not downloaded it, but
Well, eShopped it.
eShopped it. I would have
digital store.
Purchased
digital
it digitally.
download.
I would have purchased it digitally.
Yes.
So, Pokemon Stars rumor, Eurogamer dropping it lends a little bit of evidence to, and the fact that the Snorlax event ends like the day before the Switch price reveal, stuff like that.
I don't mind it being on the
No,
Switch.
I don't either.
I'm with you.
It's like
too soon.
Like, unless it's a drastically different game, maybe.
That too.
If it's a drastically different Pokemon game, like it's Alola, but also more islands, more.
What if I give you a remastered this kind of game, beauty graphics, all the features that are like starting to show up, but it's Pokemon like Red and Blue again. With expanded stuff.
That would be a really well kept secret because this game is in development.
But that's what I mean. Like that
would be a really well kept secret.
It's different, so you're not going, oh, I just bought this game a year ago.
Yeah,
you're going,
if it is a remake of
anything,
of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, it's the next one.
That's the next one to get a
re-release. If it's Diamond and Pearl, you
different
have
story,
all of
right?
my money.
Yep.
You have all of my money if it's Diamond and Pearl, because Sinnoh Region was really good.
Yep. That's what I mean. What if it's one of their remake games?
I'm okay with that then. Not Alpha Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
No.
That was okay.
I'm not buying that game again.
That's okay. It was not a bad game. I already own it.
But I'm thinking you throw everybody straight back to Red and Blue, and I know they've done that remake already.
I think Red and Blue is
or you do a really massive Pokemon game.
Right. Or
you go hardcore into this, and it's huge.
Because I don't think the report says if it's they say it's the third entry.
Yeah.
But they haven't said anything else past that.
Yeah.
So it could be just another 7th generation game.
Could be.
Just on a Nintendo Switch.
Could be.
So.
But I feel with the Switch and the horsepower it's gonna have,
go
big.
Like it's good on here.
Oh, it's great on here. But if I could go to Kanto and if I could go to a bunch of different regions on the Switch because it's got room, it's got juice, it's there's limits to what the 3DS can do.
I've seen it running on an old 3DS. It works.
Yeah, but there's limits, and you kind of sit there going, all right. But with the Switch, if they could actually, because that's the coolest part, if you can go from region to region. Because I mean, they talk about it so much in this game where you're from Kanto.
Yeah, like
you're from Kanto.
The 6th and 7th generation of games have been very past referential.
Yeah.
Talking about this Pokemon existed in the Unova region.
Yeah.
Or you came all the way from Kanto.
Well, and especially this game too. It's like, this Pokemon wasn't originally from Alola.
Well, it even starts off when your mom's like, you got the little Meowth.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's a Meowth, and then you realize, oh, there's another Meowth here.
Yeah.
And I gotta catch that. I gotta bring this to show my mom.
Yeah.
Should probably try to do that. See what happens.
But that's the biggest piece, and even the reason you moved to Alola was because your mom saw the new professor in a Pokemon battle with his Alolan Pokemon.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, we have to move there.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? That would be so cool to be able to go back to Kanto with all these Pokemon, or go from Kanto to all these different regions, and like a true Pokemon game. We'll see. That's in my mind. That's what I would hope for. I don't hope for just the.
If it's just a straight port,
I can wait.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's a little too soon.
You got to blow me out of the water if you want me to buy this game, because I never buy the third one. I never do. I buy one of the first two, and then the third one comes out, and I go.
I think the third one, the two third ones that are really, really good were Emerald.
Yeah.
Because Emerald added a whole new game after. The Battle Frontier ended up being a game in and of itself, because you got separate badges, you got separate challenges there, and Black 2 and White 2 were actually
those
really
were different.
Good.
Those were sequels.
Whatever, same.
Oh yeah.
It was their not gray. They just didn't want to make a Pokemon gray, because gray didn't make any sense. So.
And I guess
those two sequel follow-ups were really good.
Yeah, I agree. And Yellow, because let's face it, Yellow was
classic.
just
that started it all, right?
And Yellow did add a lot of improvements to what Red and Blue were for us.
So, if you're interested in Pokemon Sun and Moon, just go and play it now. It's on the 3DS.
So much.
If you're
not one of the bajillions of people playing it already.
Most pre-ordered Nintendo game in all of history, the midnight release,
which went super smooth.
Yeah.
I had the digital copy, so at 10 o'clock I hit the button, game.
Yep, I saw that, and Amir and I were just sitting there, we're like, we'll have it in about an hour.
Right. Or two. But for the digital copy,
everything went super smooth on all fronts.
And I've been around for a lot of digital release, midnight releases, where the server goes, nope, I cannot give you that 16-digit code that you need for, to unlock this game. Nope, and everybody's like, This one I'm like, all right. My clock changed. I watched it change on my phone. And I'm like, brink, and I'm like, it worked.
Yeah. They've been
damn.
Nintendo's been making some good progress lately.
Yeah. Either who?
Other
Pokemon
stuff.
news.
Less, well, I guess.
It's good news.
Less interesting, but less, more, I'm not trying to think of the word, more reasonable? Not reasonable.
It's not good news for the people it's happened to.
Yeah,
because they're idiots. It's well deserved.
That's what it is. It's deserving news.
Yes. People who illegally found Pokemon Sun and Moon are being banned in giant numbers.
So, it's worth noting that this happens all the time with handheld games. Games leak weeks in advance.
Oh, sure.
And I get that some people wanted to get a leg up on the competitive side.
Sure.
They wanted to know what kind of Pokemon in there, what kind of moves they wanted to build. They wanted to get that advantage come next year when the VGC turns over to Sun and Moon format. But it's worth also noting that's next year.
You have a lot of time.
Yeah, you have between now and December to figure out what teams you needed for the new format.
Now here's my other piece.
So, like, there's no reason you should have tried to find this game well in advance.
Well, and even if you did find it that well in advance, don't use the internet.
You should know by now how digital stuff works. Like, they can track stuff. If it's like Steam.
Well, and there was one guy on, because I was on Reddit reading about this ban and like it happening to people, and one guy even got his cartridge from Amazon early, like 2 days early. He shut everything off that could attach his thing to the internet because he's like, ugh.
Yeah, make sure the system's updated and then play.
And he's like, I have the game, so that's fine. Obviously, the online features, there's only going to be like 6 other people online who actually own the game physically and got it early.
Most of the time, it's like reviewers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
reviewers and previewers.
And my biggest thing is, if you downloaded the game, it's obviously going to have a very specific code that Nintendo's tracking.
Yeah,
like when 1,000 people log in with the exact same game
ID,
with the same ID,
because they can track that all on the. The what's that social thing on?
I don't know. I still have to sign up with the Game Sync or what? Or
the.
Oh yeah.
Miiverse?
Yeah.
Is it called Miiverse?
I don't know. Yes, Miiverse.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in eons.
I haven't even used it. They've changed it, but.
Yeah, because it can track if you've played a game or not.
Right, so it's like all these people logging in with the same thing. Nintendo's just like, and click. Good day.
Yeah, so.
And apparently the bans are permanent. There's no way out.
Yeah.
Now I can assume if you did get the cartridge and somehow did get banned,
you could probably appeal it somehow.
And you were like, you took a picture and sent it to Nintendo, like, guys, like, here's my bill.
Like, here's the data was delivered.
Yeah, like, here's the box. Here's.
Like, if I get a game early, and I mentioned this, like, I'm playing it.
Oh yeah.
Like, especially if it's a game that I've waited for quite some time for.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. There's nothing that's gonna stop me from in.
No. So, and I can't. Everybody's like, I can't see Nintendo banning for that because I'm assuming they're looking for very specific IDs attached to the game.
Yeah, and it's also worth noting that a lot of those flashcards.
Yeah.
Super finicky.
Oh yeah.
So.
That's what I mean. So, this is a well-deserving type thing. You jump in, and even if you want a head start on this, learn to data mine it and data mine like.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people ended up doing for the VGC stuff, but people got a little too.
Then you have the game, and you're like.
So it's like, yeah, you can data mine it, find all the moves, find all the good stats that you want for the competitive stuff. But like I said, the VGC stuff doesn't flip over until January. I want to say 11th or something like that next year. So it's like you still have a good chunk of November, all of December, to work things out. Like, what do you need? Like maybe I'm just a little too unbiased about it. Like, I don't know how people develop their teams, how long it takes to train teams, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like if you data mined it, you should know all the info you need to know. Exactly. Like, you find out which Pokemon's like going to be, good for this team.
Well, I know, and that's always my thing. Like, I play this game and I catch whatever I can, and and I'll breed stuff because I'm like, oh, I want to try this or that, or I'll just want to breed stuff for wonder trading, or
casual play.
Yeah, and that's me.
Yeah.
And then you show up at like a comic expo, and you bring it because street passes and Pokemon, like whatever. And it's like, well, what's your special move? What's this? What's that? Why did you pick that special move? And it's like, I didn't. I caught the one. Like, I only catch one of everything. I'm not going to keep catching, like, Pidgeys until it comes out with the one that I'm,
No, I don't.
This is not Pokemon Go. I'm not just like, ooh, Pidgey. I can't turn them into candies to help all the other Pidgeys evolve. But that's where I'm sitting there going, like, people get way too crazy for me with this game. Because I'm sitting there going, I caught a Squirtle. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
and they're like, I have 6 Squirtles, 2 are shinies, and one of them has this special move that you can only get by breeding it with a Charizard. And I'm like...
Yeah, it's... VGC gets a little too crazy sometimes. It's one of those rabbit holes that you don't want to look down, because once you start looking down, it's like, but then this, then this, then this. Yeah, I recommend no one look into that too deep, because I've stared at the edge of that and go, nope, cards. Yeah, cards are easier to understand.
The stats don't change on the cards. This card I have will always beat this card.
Yeah.
So yeah, the banning thing. I feel is a worthwhile banning.
No, I agree.
Type thing.
I agree. That's totally it.
Yeah.
So, but that's it. I think that's all we've got so far. I mean, this week has been.
It's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. It's Pokemon week.
Yeah.
Right. Like no one's gonna do anything huge on Pokemon week.
And Marvel's the only one that can with something like Inhumans. And...
Well, I mean, they're a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
They're a whole different breed, so they can totally get away with that stuff.
And before I gotta add something to our cast. So just
add it.
Let's just keep talking.
Yeah. So if you liked what you saw here,
yes,
come find us. We're on social media.
We are on social media.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, profiles, everything.
And we stream on so much stuff.
Yeah,
now.
We've got everything. So take a look at our website. We've got a news site. It's called barrelrollnews.com. Make sure you put the www in front of that if you so choose. We also have a Patreon. If you like what you see here, throw us $1. Throw us the $2.
Yes.
We've got some stuff going on there. Take a look at our rewards. Patreon.com/BRNN.
Yes.
And you can take a look there.
And all of our stuff is definitely on YouTube now because we stream straight to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find us there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we're good now.
Yeah.
I have done all the things
that's fine.
I needed to do, Tony.
Go.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Nudge, nudge.
So if you want to follow us some more, we've got a post-credit show after this.
Yes.
If you already subscribed, you'll already see that.
Yes.
And I think that's it. Yeah.
Join us for the post-credit show. Bye.